Hello? Hello? Where are you? Hello? Oh, no, wait, it's me. It's just me. I have a key? That's how I got in. You gave it to me, like 3 years ago, remember? What do you mean, what am I doing here? You didn't show up today, and you weren't answering any of my calls or texts since yesterday. I was worried, and judging by the way you look, I shouldn't stop worrying. You look like death had a child. You look like the latest achievement of a necromancer. You look like... Okay, sorry. I'll stop. Let's get you back to bed. I feel like your legs are about to give up on you. There you go. Just lie down for now. You definitely need to rest. Don't worry about it. You don't need to apologize, but were you really gonna hit me with a bedside lamp? I'd say you have stuff that would serve as a better weapon lying around your room. Then again, you couldn't even recognize my voice when I came in, so never mind. You're burning up. When did you start feeling sick? Was it yesterday? I see. What about your fever? When did it get this bad? How high is your temperature exactly? Let me see. Come on, it's a thermometer. I am not trying to put cyanide in your mouth. Just open up, please. See? That wasn't so hard now, was it? Still, it's pretty high. Did you take anything for it? Whoa, you've got an entire pharmacy here. But I don't think it's such a great idea to just take medicine without knowing what you really have. Okay. No hospital and no doctors. Calm down. What? Well, I'm staying with you. What do you think I'm doing? I know it's contagious, but I'm not leaving you alone. Not when you're looking like that. Did you eat anything? At all? Thought so. What about water? All right then, I'll go make some hot tea. You'll need to stay hydrated, and the warmth will help with your throat. No offense, but you sound like you swallowed a cheese grater. I'll be right back. Here we go. I couldn't really decide between ginger or peppermint tea. Peppermint for now, ginger in a few hours. Careful, it's hot. This should help with your congestion too. I'll clean around if I want to. What are you gonna do about it? Threaten me with a nightlight? You've been sick for 1 day and the place already looks like it's been abandoned for months. If you say so. Anyway, it smells really awful in here. This room is in dire need of fresh air. Come on, let's go. Well, as you can see, I'm turning you into a burrito so that we can move to the living room. Will you for once not argue with me? Just relax and trust me. Nope. You're not walking in your condition. OMG, I am not dropping you. You're not heavy. In fact, I can barely feel your weight. There. You look comfy and cozy. Oh, don't look at me like that. I'll go open the window in your room and bring the tea I left there while I'm at it. So, do we watch Shrek or Shrek 2? Is that really all you've got? Fine, let's see what they have on Netflix then. Excuse you, I absolutely still love Shrek. I just watched it a few times too many, I guess. You're still looking at me like that. I'm just trying to be, a good friend. I'm sure you do the same for me. No, nothing interesting happened today. It was actually a pretty boring day to get through, and your absence was noticeable. Hey, don't put words in my mouth. I never said that. Besides, a person doesn't need to be loud and obnoxious for their presence to be noticeable. You bring a lot more to the table than you think. I don't know what the others are up to, but they did say they were planning something for the night. I told you why already. I've been trying to contact you since yesterday and I haven't heard a peep. Was I supposed to just ignore that and go for a fun night out? Not to mention, I very much prefer your company. Try that with someone who doesn't know you as well as I do. You wouldn't ask for help to save your life. No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't even let me take your temperature. I never understood why you do that, by the way. I'm not one to speculate about things, especially when it comes to people close to me, but it kind of hurts. It feels like you never really learned to trust me. Oh, sorry. I must be in the wrong house, talking to the wrong person. Because I can perfectly recall every time you got sick or got into an accident or had a predicament. Somehow, I always ended up finding out about it either from someone else or after the fact. I thought I was a terrible friend for so long, until I finally understood why it kept on happening. Yeah, I know. You gave me the key to your house, but that's not the point. No, actually, scratch that. It's a great example. You trust me enough to give me a key to your house, but not enough to let me know when you need help? It's like we're so close to each other and yet so far apart. It's incredibly frustrating. It's not about trust, you say? Well, what is it then? Pride? It's one thing to be proud. It's a completely different one not to let even the people closest to you know when you need something. And speaking of the key, I'm sure that when you gave it to me, you didn't have anything like what's happening now in mind. I'm sure you gave it to me for my own sake, for whenever I have my back against the wall. You've always been there for me, and I know you never helped me to get something in return, but friendships, and every other type of relationships out there for that matter, work both ways. If I can cross that bridge to get to you for help, then so can you. You seriously need to shed that part of yourself. I know that change can be scary, but if not all change is good, then that means not all change is bad either. Unless it's neither about trust or pride. You feel like you'd be a burden if you asked for help, don't you? I've got to say, I had my suspicions about it, but your silence says it all. I just chose to believe otherwise because the thought alone hurts more than the 2 previous assumptions I made. Look, I'm not trying to lecture you or pressure you. You don't have to think about anything right now. Focus on getting better. But I am just saying, you'll never be a burden to me. Maybe you can take these words into consideration for the future. But for now, just keep that blanket around you and finish your tea while it's still warm. I'll turn up the heating if it still feels too cold. It's that Netflix original they've been heavily promoting recently. Damsel? Yeah, I don't know what to expect from the title either. Let's hope it's not as soulless and uninspired as the rest of their original movies.